Well, hey, remember yesterday when I said I felt like ASS?
Yes.
Well, this is B. COVID Brooks. Welcome to Yogi and the Bee. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, you go. Who dat? What's your name?
Hey, I'm Allie Bourgeois.
Sorry, I just wanted to get that out there because I feel like it's important that here I am recording, living life, and I've got COVID.
She is not letting this end her.
Again.
Yes.
COVID again.
Well, I'm so glad that you didn't go out and play games with me tonight. I appreciate you canceling.
Too.
Yes.
Me
So
too.
how are you feeling? Are you doing okay? Is this going to push you over the edge?
I mean, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying
to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep them going.
I don't feel that bad. I mean, I'm pretty much a big baby when I'm sick, and I'm kind of checking in, and I'm like, I think I'm okay. I mean, I'm should not be around people because clearly I'm contagious.
Yeah.
But as far as like my energy and stuff, I did get great sleep. And
good.
Anyway, I wasn't going to do this today. And then I thought, well, why not? Because it makes me happy.
You can't work. So,
well, I mean, I can, but
with a mask on. With
a mask on. And I thought, well, why not? I mean, how hard is it just to sit and talk for a minute?
And I have no problem with you coughing. Is everybody okay with an occasional cough? I think they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are.
I feel like my throat is kind of closing up.
I would be on cough drops and cough medicine and Dayquil and NyQuil, and she's
everything.
Yeah, everything in bed.
I did take a little like Mucinex daytime.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It's got Tylenol in it.
Yeah.
And then I got this nasal spray that will blow your head off. Like for real.
Like, are we talking Afrin?
No. It's a steroidal nasal spray.
I want some of that. I want some of that.
I mean, I did it this morning and I was like, okay, my head is on fire. It's going to blow off.
That's how I feel with a neti pot sometimes. It's like, hurts so bad.
Maybe that's why I feel so energized.
Hello. I love steroids. I'm going to tell you all right now, if I were a drug user, I would be a steroid person. When I've been on steroids in the past, I used to be such a sickie before I was a yogi, as y'all know from the episode on Yoga Actually Works. And when they would put me on steroids for bronchitis or sinus infection, I would walk 100 times around a track. I mean, I would paint the house, completely clean out all drawers, closets, have a, roast in the oven, pound cake in the oven. I mean, it was unbelievable. Give me some now.
Well, I hear you. It'll get you going. No doubt.
Yes.
Wow. So I don't really know the context or where we're going with this, but I just wanted to talk about one of the funniest times that I spent with you and your husband when we were in high school. And yesterday we were kind of talking about summer. School's out for the summer and fun things and fun summer memories. And I got to tell you, I mean, what had happened was, and then I thought my friend Danette was here for the CNN reunion, and she went down to the Omni where CNN will no longer be.
What?
And it's moving. Yeah. Well, they're moving the big red letters over to the Techwood campus, which was the original CNN. Anyway, I digress, but what did CNN used to be?
It used
The,
to be the Omni International, right?
yeah. And what did we do there one time?
Oh my gosh. We would go to Reggie's at the Omni. It was up on the top floor. We would take the MARTA to get there because we were too young to drive. And it was it was Bert's place.
Bert's place.
Bert's place. What is Reggie's? Bert's
Well,
place.
I had down Reggie's in my notes.
Really?
So there may have
Okay.
been both.
Maybe they were changed names or something. But it was a place that you could eat unlimited salty popcorn the whole time you were there. So it was like free food, and they wouldn't card us. And yeah, that was our first drinking time together. B. Brooks. Thank you. Or no,
So-
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So all I remember is, and you hadn't lived in London yet, to my knowledge, but
no,
you
but my
and-
best friend at boarding school was British. That's where that
Oh,
came from.
That's where that came from.
Mhm.
So you and your husband slung up in there. I can't remember who else was with us. And you would do these British accents
Yes, we
to
did.
order your I could think we were drinking Long Island iced teas.
I think at that point we realized that that was the bigger bang for the buck. But
For sure. It's
we-
like 6 liquors and some
Oh.
Coke.
we did start with Kahlua and cream.
Oh my God.
Oh, I mean, how many did we drink? But no, if you went up to the bar and my husband and I would order, we'd be the initial orderers to get it going. And we would have British accents. And they knew us as the British brother and sister.
Well-
And the first time we did it, they said, we need to see your ID because,
Yeah.
we were
Because we look 12.
15. And we said, what is an ID? Oh, brother, can you go back to the hotel and get our passports?
Oh my God. And they didn't warn me they were going to be doing this. And so I'm, all nervous because of course we're underage and I'm just like, can I get this Long Island iced tea? And then they throw out these British accents and I am looking at them like they are crazy. And they were.
Yes, we were.
But
Yes,
anyway,
it worked.
I was going to say, I think because of the accents, we got those drinks like that.
I
And the
mean, they
rest
would
is
talk about
history.
how cool our accents were and where did we live. And because my friend,
Mm-hmm.
I knew everything. I used to listen to her recordings on Radio 1 and Radio 4 on tape deck. And I knew she lived in Yorkshire, and I knew that her parents sent her to a boarding school in London. I mean, I had it all down. Thank you,
You knew that-
Anna.
You knew the neighborhoods
Yep.
and
Yep.
so you could sound like a local.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was perfect.
Hysterical. But I will tell you that I'm not sure we did take the MARTA that time because do you remember what happened on the way home?
Okay. Was that the day that I got my driver's license? Were you in the car on the day I got my driver's license? Are we talking about that day?
Well, that would have been December, but I guess.
I would have been home from boarding school. Yeah.
Oh, maybe so.
Okay,
Summer,
so
yeah.
my dad took me to get my driver's license, and 8 o'clock in the morning, he could not wait for me just to, grow up and get married and, start driving. So he didn't have to worry about me. I failed the driver's license because of the parallel parking. And the woman was so sweet. She said, "Sugar honey pie, you're going to learn down the road. I'm going to go ahead and pass you." I still to this day break out in a huge drenching sweat. Try to do it. Picture the people I see on Instagram that are being filmed trying to parallel park for 2 hours. I then drive around the block and find somewhere else where it's not a parallel parking. So
I've gotten much better, but I too failed, but she liked my earrings, the lady at the test. I knew exactly what earrings they were. And so she was like, baby, you hit that cone, but I sure do want to know where you got those earrings. I said, oh, these little things? Please, Kmart.
Oh my
And she was
gosh.
like, pass. Next.
Wow. Aren't we so
Anyway,
lucky or
we
just not lucky? So
we were, but
then
I'm
I
much
guess
better.
I go and my dad lets me drive this Cutlass that my sister used to drive.
Blue,
Oh,
not doo-doo brown.
or was it an Oldsmo? It was an Oldsmobile.
Oldsmobile, blue old Oldsmobile.
And I guess my sister had gotten a new car at that. I don't know. I just don't know. The cars in my family, we always had a car, but I don't really know where they came from.
I
And
know.
then I guess I went and picked up my husband at the time and picked up you and then picked up whoever I was dating. And oh, yes. Alex Long in the back seat. Yes.
You
And
sure?
mhm.
I think it was someone
And
else.
well, I think with this story, you got to, this might be a couple of stories put together, but the day I
Okay.
got my driver's license, I drove there, got loaded on Long Island iced teas, drove Alex Long home up on this really, really tall hill on the byway and ripped the gears in the car. The first day, were you in the car?
Yeah, but I feel like, well, yeah, it was that same day because I was about to say, do you remember what happened after we left Reggie's and you ripped the gear shift out of the car? And we just dying laughing. Not, oh no, I've ruined the car or dad's going to kill me. Just hysterically laughing.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was funny.
It was
And
funny.
I had to drive that car the rest of the year when I was home. And you would have to put the pedal down on the floor and it would go 5 miles an hour. And then all of a sudden it would go and would take off. And I had to
Rev it.
deliver tickets for my mother. It was just sheer torture. I got paid back. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you.
I can't believe you were in
Anyway,
the car. Oh my gosh.
I just
Sorry.
things I think about and like summers spent. Man, that cracked me up. And then I also had a vision of your husband and I would we had a station wagon, my family. Did you?
Yeah, we did, but my parents won't admit that they did. My
That's
sister
weird.
had to say we had a station wagon.
Is that are they embarrassed?
No, they just I don't
They
know
just
why they do
forgot.
that. They just they just wipe things out. But yes, loved that sitting in the back and looking at the view and, waving and trying to make people laugh behind us.
Yeah. So one time, so your husband and I would spend a lot of time back there in our
gosh.
And they had these like two little jump seats that faced one another. So it's like you sat in these little mini couches and looked at each other. I'm like, how was the back of a car that big? But I guess we were much smaller then. But yeah, we would turn and look at all the people behind us and try to make them laugh and wave to them and do all this silly
puppet
stuff.
shows.
Puppet shows.
Yes.
We'd put our feet up. Anyway, one time we were at a football game and my dad was driving and I was hanging out the back window cheering for the team. We lost. We always lost, Briarcliff. Sorry, just didn't succeed there in the football area. Yeah. But I was yelling and my dad rolled my chin up in the car in the back window.
I bet you never did that again.
No. And what reminded me of it is a friend of mine was in the car yesterday and I was rolling the windows up and her arm was hanging out. And I thought, oh, I better not roll her window up in the car. And then I thought about when I was, and I was like, Daddy, what? And your husband was like, John Lewis. Beast. He's choking.
Oh my gosh, you could have died.
Dude, I'm triggered by station wagons. I can't do it. I just can't. I don't ever want to see one or ride
No,
in
it's
one.
best that you do not see one. They don't make them anymore, right?
Well, not like that. They very rarely have the roll down windows. Yeah, no more.
Ugh.
Anyway, I don't know. This is how the ADD mind goes, people. You got a car and something that makes you laugh, and then I go to this story about getting rolled up in the back. My chin, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Welcome to our world.
Bing, 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 bing. It's like a pinball machine.
It is, but I tell you what, I love being me. I mean, don't you love being you? I know that it gets exhausting for my husband. I'm sure he's just like, oh my God, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, even when I woke up today and learned I had COVID, I thought, so what? It'll set me back a day or two, but I like being me and my day to day, and I have joy.
Oh,
right?
Joy, 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 down in
my heart, down in my heart.
Down in my heart. Mm-hmm.
One more thing, random. We kind of have similar cars in that they're SUVs, but do you know what we could do about that fucking space between your seat and the console and how stuff gets lost down there?
Oh my God.
Like if you
phone
drop
drops
a pen
down there
or the phone.
Oh, it is sheer panic. It is sheer panic. Like, what will I do if I don't have my phone? I love my phone.
And then yesterday I went to a parking deck, and as I was leaving, I needed my parking ticket.
No.
And it dropped down there.
No.
I had a line of people behind me, 10 cars deep.
No.
Let me out. Where's my ticket? And then I was like, I had dropped it in that space.
Oh, we should invent something that tucks in there like a piece of plastic that's see-through. Do they have them?
Rumor has it there is such a thing. We'll have that in our link tree.
Oh, okay. Link tree.
Yes, somebody has invented it, and we need to I'm gonna help with that.
Seed invention.
But
okay.
So frustrating. I remember so my niece Annalise has my mom's car after she died. So now Annalise has it, and she went to get it detailed about 2 months ago. And she called me and found all this stuff in that area that my mom would never be able to get.
Oh,
like her ID, her from Park Springs, her tons of change. My dad's pretzels he needed. He's been dead since 2009. I mean, how long have they been there?
A long time. Wow.
But they get stuck down there.
And you can't even vacuum under there. And you can't vacuum. There's so much like dead skin under there and boogers.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Maybe that's where I got COVID, reaching under there to get my parking ticket.
That is it. Well,
anyway, so guys, sorry, we are all over the map.
You know what? I like it. It's so real.
But it's made me feel better, and we're just gonna keep on going. We may do one tomorrow.
Let's do,
because I'm gonna be homesick. What the hell?
Yeah. Take care of yourself, sweet Bee. And
thank you, Allie.
Let me know if I can help with anything. I know you're so far away. Guys, we live 45 minutes away from each other, and it's Atlanta.
Slight exaggeration.
Well, Friday night.
When there's Friday night, yes. But it's really only 7 to 8 miles.
But it's really hard to get from here to Decatur. It really is. There's no direct way.
Decatur is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's too far. Anyway, I won't go off on that tangent.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for listening, and I wish I could go get Bubbles, but I cannot but I'll say it anyway.
Okay.
Bubbles and bye.
Namaste.